Okay, here we go. Welcome to the replay. Know you can tap on the screen and give us tons of hearts. And welcome to the share-a-thon. Are you guys there? Okay, there we go. Hey, Jaman, what's going on? Is it Jamin? I want to make sure I'm saying that right. Hello, how are you, Maggie? Hey, how are you, Lana? Hey, Marlene, what's going on? Welcome, guys. So excited to be here today. Hey, Steph with an F, what's going on, girl? Thank you for sharing. Everyone, pause and swipe over. Hey, Extreme Team Leaders, what's going on? Steph with an F, loved your scope. Cordelia's scope is amazing as well. I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. Hello, how are you guys? So I would love for you guys to swipe over, up, right, left, wherever y'all need to swipe, and be able to share this broadcast on Periscope, Twitter, Facebook. Tell your mama. Thank you so much. The cutouts are everything, right? So then we can get amazing energy in this scope, because the power of community is awesome sauce. Thank you, guys. I love seeing all the shares going on. What's going on? Welcome, everyone. Has anyone not been on my scopes before? If you haven't, type in a 1. I missed, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I haven't been on Periscope recently, but now I'm doing it. I'm doing it. 1. Welcome to my scopes. I am Indraniphillips, your manifesting maven and transformational coach. And what I do is I'm the founder of The Effortless Life. You know what? I do blab, and I'm jumping on a blab soon. Thank you so much, girl. I haven't, it's like 3-day-old hair. That's how I roll. And so I am the founder of The Effortless Life. And on here, I share simple but powerful tips on how to live an effortless life through mindset, manifesting, interior design, style, cooking, having kids, the whole deal. So if you guys like that, make sure that you're following me. And now, guys, let's get into it. First of all, Steph with an F and Cordelia, I loved your scope so far. So powerful. So let's get on and do it. Perry 10K is absolutely amazing. And jump, make sure that you're following me so I can share the rest of our scopers broadcast, because we're talking all about the same thing, but we share our different perspectives, which makes it so powerful to learn all of our stories and be able to take apart those things that are applicable to you in your life. So let's get going, babe. Okay, so what I love talking about is, our stories are so powerful. So before I get into this, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a background. I think I've got about 6 minutes. So Steph with that, keep me honest, girl. So we have stories in all parts of our life. And the way that the story goes is our stories are based on our beliefs, our experiences, and what we were told when we were younger. So it's basically, the whole thing on the tip of an iceberg. So, the tip of an iceberg, if all of this is over the water, right? And then you have this big mass that's underneath. Well, that big mass underneath is our subconscious that we're not even aware of. Our consciousness is, talking to each other and having this conversation, being in the moment. But our subconscious is the one that runs the show. It's the one that's beating our heart. It's the one that is making sure that we're breathing. So it takes care of all those things that we're not intentionally thinking of. So based on that, it is really interesting because it creates stories for all events that we have, so it knows what actions to take. So as a child, if you were told that, in Steph with an F, she thought that, the first time she wasn't able to do things because of the story that she told herself about her father having her rewrite her college essay 65 times. So those experiences go into creating our story, and then we act from that story, which is really, really powerful. So it could be like, when as a kid, if you're scared of clowns because you went to a carnival and you're 2 or 3 years old and a clown scared the crap out of you, then you may be scared of clowns as an adult where it doesn't even make any sense because yeah, oh my God, that was so freaking scary. But we act from that fear because that was how we were programmed to do, and it's the same thing about, my mother. Amazing woman. She, growing up, she almost drowned in the ocean. So ever since then, she's been so scared of water, even pools. So our subconscious is really, really powerful, and it tries to protect us. So as it does that, it creates stories around our life, which is an amazing thing, but it's where we get stuck, and that's where things can hold us back. So basically, we're building this glass ceiling for ourselves that are built around our stories, and if it's not working, then we will hit our glass ceiling and we won't be able to improve and expand and create a life that we're obsessed with. So knowing that, a lot of the times when we're first starting this work, we're not conscious of where our stories are and how that's holding us back. So I'm gonna hook you guys up right now on some really simple tips on how to start doing this and having life start working for you and being aware of the stories that you tell. I know, tap on those hearts. And everyone, before I give those tips, if you guys like this so far, I want to see some comments. I want to see some heart bombs. Tap on that screen until your little fingers get sore. And I would love for you guys to do one more share. So I'm going to count to 3. When I count to 3, I want you to swipe over and whichever way you need to go, and then go ahead and share it with everyone, okay? 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and share, guys. And then I'm going to get into these amazing tips. I'm just making lunch and listening. Awesome. Share, share, share. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. I love seeing the power of this. This is why I love Periscope. As we share our expertise and our talents and what we do with our clients with you, you guys are giving it back to us in hearts and in comments and sharing. So you're giving us energy back, and as you give, you receive. It's a law of the universe. So as you keep on doing this stuff, you're getting it back in so many ways. So let's do it. So number 1 is you're going to pick a focus area in your life. So this is really powerful. So if you pick a focus area in your life, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your work and your career, your finances, your home, your spirituality, pick one focus area and take a focus area that you want to improve on. And once you figure that out, you're clear on that. Number 2 is you want to ask yourself a question on, why am I not where I want to be? And just ask yourself that question, why am I not where I want to be? So make sure that you pick a focus area that you want to improve on. And then as soon as you ask that question, listen and accept the story, because it's going to come up really quick. It's going to say, oh, you're not there where you want to be because, and all your justifications will come up because what your parents did or what your parents said, or you're not smart enough, or, you know, having money means that you're a bad person, or whatever it is. Your stories will come up. So that's a really, really powerful way of finding where your story is. Hey, Cherise, what's going on, babe? So you want to ask yourself that question, and then you want to listen and accept it. So many times we beat ourselves up and we're like, oh my gosh, why did we have that story? Oh, that's such a stupid story. And we start ripping ourselves apart. But don't judge it. Let it come up. Because these stories have been helping us, and these stories are trying to protect us. So give it compassion and accept it, right? And as soon as you accept it, then you can start moving on to step number 4, and you want to search for that silver lining. Search for that story and on how it's protected you. How did it serve you? And what can you take from it? Because I will tell you this, every single thing that happens in our life, every single thing is happening for a reason. And we can choose to sob in it and create a story around it and be negative and have that pull us down, or we can learn from it and we can rise from it and we can be able to grow from it and be able to share and learn and be our best self, so we can help the world in a more powerful way. And we can be a better coach to our clients. We can be a better parent to our kids. We can be a better spouse. We can be a better human as we learn from our journey of life. So that's what it's all about. And I will say, quick tangent, is everything happens for a reason. And if life was perfect all the time, it would be great for a little while, right? But then it would get really boring because you would know what would happen all the time. So life is here for a reason, and we're gonna have our ups and downs. We're gonna have our peaks and valleys. Exactly, it's gonna get super boring after a while. It's kind of like having your favorite freaking ice cream every day, 5 times a day. After a while, it ain't gonna be your favorite anymore because you're going to be numb to it. I think I may have a couple of minutes, so remind me to tell you guys about the orgasm story after I get into my 4th tip, okay? I know it sounds crazy, but just remind me. So if you're not chatting, start up, and I love that stuff with an F. So you want to search for that silver lining and see how that's helped you. And that's going to take away the inner critic and beating yourself up about creating the story in your head. Right? So you go from beating yourself up to being empowered here. Here's where you go from victim to victor. Don't mean to be me, but tap that screen. I freaking love it. You guys are hilarious. And then number 5 is align a new story. Create a new freaking story in your head and align it to where you want to be. Right? And that's where the powerful stuff happens. And once you align that new story, so if your story is about relationships, and you always end up picking somebody that is unemotionally available, or you know, they're married, or whatever your story is. You know, if you have a story about relationships, then look into that story Ask yourself, why am I not there? Your stories will come up. Listen and accept it with compassion and love, and then search for the silver lining. Say, okay, well, you know, what can I learn from this? How can I make this better? How can I take this to the next level? And what can I grow? How can I grow from this? Because it's all about the growth. And then pick a new story based on what you want to do and where you want to be. Hey, Tracy, welcome. And when you pick a new story, you can say that I am attracting an amazing relationship right now where there's full of compassion and love and joy, and we empower each other. So create a new story, and then you need to be intentional. The whole foundation of this is to be intentional with our thoughts and our actions, and make sure that all of our thoughts that we have when we're in the moment, are they aligned to our new story, or are we holding on to the old? And as soon as we figure out that we're holding on to the old, we can create a trigger and snap it and get back and align to ourselves to the new story, and that will start becoming a habit. And as soon as that becomes a habit, it will be our new thought pattern. And that's how it works, baby. Do you hear that snap? That kind of hurts though. So that's it. So that is what you need to do. If you guys want to go ahead and go back on the replay, awesome. But now I want to tell you about the orgasm story. So there's this woman, I love it. So the orgasm story is really powerful because there's this woman that figured out a way to have a constant orgasm, like 24/7 all the time. Thank you so much, Marlene. You're so amazing. Listen to this brilliant woman and make sure that you're following me if you want simple, powerful, and real tips that's going to make you laugh. So this woman had found out a way to have an orgasm all the time, right? And it sounds pretty freaking amazing, right? But after a while, she created her own personal hell because she couldn't feel anything else. That was her new norm. So we all have different thresholds. So if this is our threshold and we just go to another threshold and we're there all the time, so if we're happy all the freaking time, we're gonna forget on how powerful being happy is, which is why we need our ups and downs. And when we're at our lows, we can appreciate how amazing our highs are by being present and enjoying the journey and finding the silver lining. So everyone, make sure that you're following Jermaine. He's setting up right now, and I hope you guys like that. So if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. I'm excited to announce that I'm working on my new course called Becoming a Manifesting Maven, which is so amazing. It's all about really getting aligned to the right vibrations and really being accountable for what we have in our life, where we are, and start taking those inspired actions and creating a whole plan around creating a life that you're obsessed with. What are the focus areas? So the focus areas, if you want to go ahead and look on my website, you can get into the masterclass for creating a effortless vision. But the different focus areas can be on your no shiny object syndrome. No, you got to get super focused and clear, so then you can really do that. Can't wait for your course. I know it's going to happen probably in the next month or two, so I'm super excited. But the focus area is your home. So this is like my home. So how is your home? Does it inspire you? It's your work area. It's your health. It's your spirituality. It's your finances. It's your relationships. It's your career. It's your purpose. So there's all different areas in your life that you can focus on. And what we do is we create different focus areas. We get to the root problem and we uncover the blocks. And then you start taking actions to be able to increase that. Everything is connected. So it's all about the highs and the low and being able to use the feminine with manifesting and aligning to the vibrations, and then using the masculine on being able to create action. So thank you so much. Until next time, I'm Indraniphillips, your manifesting maven and transformational coach, and I am sending you love, light, and oodles of positive vibes. That is from me to you. And if you guys like this, make sure that you're following me. I am starting to do scopes in the morning on prayers and being able to manifest and put amazing things out into the universe. And I always say it takes effort to be effortless, but it is so, so worth it. So make sure that you are receiving that. And this is 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you, Crystal. And guys, you are all amazing. So know that you are limitless. You are worthy of everything that you desire. And if you want to know more about the effortless life, swap on over, click on that link, and you can sign up for the free 7-day challenge on how to become a manifesting maven. I'm jumping off right now to go see Jermaine, and make sure you're following me, and I will share his share-a-thon with you guys. I will see you next time, guys. I'm sending you love, light, and noodles of positive vibes. Bye, babes.